folks are outrageous because Trump mentioned about black jobs. And you want to make that a racist thing. There is such thing as jobs. Maybe he meant jobs for black people. Is that better? Jobs for black people. What do you mean jobs for black people, black jobs? Let me say this. There's certain jobs that were primarily handled by foundational black Americans. And then when we did the immigration laws, we invited other black people in the entire world diaspora to come into the country, and they began to take those jobs too. Where do people get that black people don't want certain jobs that immigrants want? Oh, y'all, they taking the jobs that y'all don't want. Who told you we don't want these jobs? Let me tell you something. In New York City, the average median income for a housekeeping, janitor, or whatever is $30 an hour plus benefits. Now, where would you think that black people don't want those jobs? But yet, 80 to 90% of black people don't have that particular classification of job. So the term black jobs is not a racial thing. It's basically focusing on jobs that black people could have that's not available to us because we've been pushed out of those jobs. Now, if you want to be outraged about something, why are y'all not outraged about Kathy Hochul going around saying black kids don't even know what a computer is? Now that's outrage. She said black kids don't even know what a computer is, and y'all mealy-mouthed cult-like Democratic cult group, just like the Republican cult groups, y'all so bent out on being on a party side that y'all will cover up for somebody who just insulted you in your face and you don't even know it. And then a lot of times you do know it, and you still, oh, they didn't mean that, I known them for a long time. Stop that crap. Yeah, you want to talk about Trump mentioning how some immigrants are coming into this country taking black jobs. Let me tell you something. I'm going to leave it at this. I don't like Trump as a politician. I think he needs to stay in his lane, stay in the business lane. I definitely don't like Joe Biden with his racist bigot stuff too. Both of them racist bigots. But at the end of the day, a lot of times Trump is right because he ain't lying about that. Construction worker job. Black people want those jobs, but they'll rather give it to immigrants because they can have priced them out of the job. They can get cheap labor out of them. Cause doing other labor jobs, the same thing. Janitorial work, the same thing. These are jobs that they will bypass black people. They'll bypass black contractors because they know those black contractors are going to hire black people, and they're going to bypass them and go to the white contractor who will pick up, especially from south of the border. I call them south of the borders. They will bypass the black contractors who will hire black people for those jobs, good jobs, paying $30 an hour, $40 an hour. They'll bypass them to give that white contractor or give a south of the border contractor the ability to have illegals or to have migrant workers. I'm not going to say all of them migrant workers. Some of them are in here illegally. And have illegal workers come in here and take those jobs and get paid $10, $15 an hour for those jobs. And they'll happily work those jobs because that's the most they ever seen in their life. So my point is, Trump wasn't wrong about the black jobs. There's a lot of black jobs. There's a lot of jobs out here that black people should be having a dominancy in, but we've been pushed out because they prefer to have the undocumented cheap labor class than the documented full labor class of black men and women. They'd rather do that. And they're doing that in all kind of industries. So he's right on the black job issues. I think a better term would have been jobs for black people. But you got somebody who's not real good at words. He's not Obama when it comes to words. But at the same time, Kathy Hochul, the Democratic governor of New York City, said black kids in the Bronx in other parts of New York City don't even know what a computer is. You outraged at Donald Trump, and you might have a right to be outraged at Donald Trump for saying it, because his terminology and the way he handled words suck. But this lady said it plain and Jane, and you ain't mad at her. How many of you have become hypocrites? You're so loyal to a freaking party that you forgot to be loyal to your people.